Have you struggled with a really vexing, almost insatiable itch in your ear canal and/or crusting on your ears or behind your ears that seems to have a life of its own? Hi, I'm board-certified dermatologist and skin wellness expert, Dr. Cynthia Bailey, and I've treated itching and crusting of the ear skin for years in my dermatology practice. In fact, before I was a dermatologist, my dad had this problem. Once I became a dermatologist, I helped him with it. Itching and crusting of the ear skin is actually really common. There are two main conditions that cause it. One is seborrheic dermatitis, and the second is psoriasis. The good news is you don't actually need to know which of those conditions you have because the treatment is similar. First, I want to tell you that in both of those conditions, the problem with the skin is happening up here. The flaking and scaling happens from the top of the skin here, and the inflammation is occurring here and here. So you actually have a rash and an inflammatory process in the skin that's leading to a never-ending production of scale. The scale can accumulate on the outside of your ear skin or behind your ear skin. It can also accumulate in your ear canal where you have tiny little hairs. And when that scale tickles those little hairs, the itch is absolutely insane making. And so the problem actually starts as an inflammatory rash that leads to the downstream experience you have of a vexing itch in the ear canal and the accumulation of scale that you see, which actually represents a byproduct of the rash. Both conditions, seborrheic dermatitis and psoriasis, are treated similarly. First, we use, as dermatologists, medicated cleansers that will leave a little medicated residue on the skin after you've rinsed them off to help treat the condition. The ingredient options to choose from are often present in soaps or cleansing bars, and they include salicylic acid, which is a beta-hydroxy acid that will help to remove the scale from the skin, pyrithione zinc, which is probably functioning as an antimicrobial to help diminish the growth of pityrosporum yeast that plays a role in this condition. My preference is a shampoo, but it can also be used as a bar. Nizoral or ketoconazole is another anti-yeast medicine that is present in shampoos you can purchase over the counter and also addresses the pityrosporum yeast. And then lastly, there's tar. Tar products are time-honored. They've been around for a long time. They come with the interesting tar-like odor that doesn't entirely wash off and that can stain fabric. Whichever medicated cleanser you choose, I actually have instructed my patients to use it on a washcloth. I like a fine baby washcloth that actually can make all the little creases and curves of your ear so that you're able to wash the skin in a way that allows you to debride, which means remove, some of the built-up scale. If you're finding that the scale is really stubborn and isn't coming off within a week or so, you can encourage it with an oil treatment. And how you do that is 30 minutes or so before you go into the shower, apply oil to the skin of your ear and maybe even a little bit down your ear canal. And my favorite oils are coconut oil, which has a little antimicrobial function to it, mineral oil, which is easy to obtain, and olive oil. So you put those on and you let them sit on your skin 30 minutes before you get into the shower. Then wash them off well with whatever cleansing agent you normally use on your skin. And your last lathering would be with that medicated cleanser on that fine or thin washcloth. And then let that sit for 5 minutes or so while you do your other business in the shower. And before exiting the shower, rinse the cleanser off, knowing that it's going to leave a little bit of the active ingredient on your skin to help treat the condition between showering. If that's not sufficient, you can add a topical medicine that's available over the counter to treat the condition. My first choice would be clotrimazole, which is an anti-yeast, antifungal. And you can apply that just a little bit in the ear canal. Don't put too much or you're going to tickle those hairs as the product warms and melts to your skin. So a little bit of clotrimazole in the ear canal. You can apply clotrimazole on the folds of the ear skin as well. If that doesn't seem to do it, you can add over-the-counter 1% hydrocortisone. But hydrocortisone is a cortisone, and there's a potential side effect with any cortisone applied to the skin. So if things aren't turning around quickly, it's time to ask your doctor for help with that. The important point is, just like my dad, don't stick something down there and scratch the itch, because there's a population of microbes that live in your ear canal that are a little bit different. And if they're given an opportunity to infect your skin because you've stuck something sharp down there and scratched your skin and created what we call a portal of entry, they can cause a skin infection that is very difficult to treat. So don't scratch your skin, resist the temptation, and instead treat your itching and crusting ear problem with the medicated cleansers that I mentioned. So I hope that helps. If it did, I always love a thumbs up. If you know someone that has this condition, please share the video with them. And I'd be really interested to know what oils you found helpful for soothing the itching and crusting of the ears and removing all of the scale. There's a number of interesting botanical oils out there, and I'd love to hear your stories. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.